Today I'm showing small mods that save The Sims 4. These are really small mods that really make the game feel more playable and a lot more enjoyable for me. It's not any big overhauls, it's just really small changes that I think improve the quality of playing the game. So let's go into the game and I'll show you these mods. The first mod I'm going to show removes the walk style that your Sims do when they really need to go to the bathroom. So I'm just going to lower her bladder need, and now let's see how she walks. Yes, completely normal. Sometimes they even run to the bathroom with this mod, and I think it's a lot more realistic than the walk style they do in the game. There are some other mods that I really want to explain, but it's hard to demonstrate them, so I'm just going to quickly talk about them. One of them is less check on infants. Sometimes my Sims will just queue up to go check on an infant, even when I play with autonomy completely off and the infant is completely fine. They just go to check on it, and maybe I have another Sim queued up to feed the infant or do tummy time or something. But because the other Sim has randomly queued up to go check on the infant, it will cancel out my other Sim's action to actually take care of the infant, and that is really annoying. So I love that mod. Another small mod I love that is hard to demonstrate is the less emotion idols mod. And basically, you know when your Sims have certain emotions like confident or flirty or something, they do these small animations and it takes up time. It doesn't completely get rid of the emotion idols, although I would like to have a mod that does that, but it does reduce them a lot. Another mod I love is that your Sims will always follow the remove shoes rule if you have that in your Sim's house. And I do. This Sim is wearing slippers, as you can see. But one thing I hated when Snowy Escape first came out and they added that feature is that Sims would randomly disobey the rule and they think it's like funny. I could maybe see it with like little kids, but the fact that adults were also getting that moodlet was really annoying to me. So I've had this mod in my game for a really long time, and I actually forgot that I had it until I looked at my mod list to make this video. The next mod I have removes random greetings that your Sims do, like when they're sitting at a dinner table and I tell them to talk. They have to stand up, move somewhere around the room that there's space for both of them to stand. They put their food away, and then they do some random greeting, and then they take their food back out. They start eating it again, and then finally, they start talking. This mod gets rid of it, so I'm just going to have them talk, and maybe this isn't the best way to demonstrate it, but we're just gonna see that they don't stand up to talk, they just stay seated. It's kind of hard to demonstrate a mod that removes things from the game, but I tried. So I really love having this mod in my game. Ignore the infant on the floor. I just aged her up as soon as the video started, so I don't have anything for infants in this house yet. The next mod I have is the Little Miss Sam Cookbook Collection mod, because there are so many recipes in the game that you have to actually eat them to learn the recipe, and it will take forever. And a lot of them are tied to specific cultural recipes. If my Sims are from a specific culture, then I want them to be able to eat that culture's food without needing to unlock it in the game. These cookbooks help you learn those recipes. So I'm just gonna purchase one of them. Let's try maybe the seafood ones and see which recipes my Sim will learn from that. Seafood cookbook. And let's see how long it takes also. So she's starting around 11:30 p.m. So she's about to finish. It's almost midnight. Okay, and she just finished and she learned popcorn shrimp, haddock sandwich, lobster roll, and seafood chowder. So I think these are the cats and dogs recipes that you can unlock. The next mod that I want to show removes the animation that your Sims do when they switch between taking their shoes on and off. There's that weird little tornado that spins around their feet. As soon as I saw that thing after the Snowy Escape update, I wanted to get rid of it because they pause at the door. It slows them down. I really didn't like it. So we're just gonna watch how smooth it is when she moves from outside to inside. Let's see how smoothly she changes into her slippers. See, there it is, no problem. The only time it gets a little bit glitchy is when you teleport Sims into the house, but even that, I'll show you what that looks like. So I'm gonna teleport her from outside, and then once she's in the house, she's in her shoes. But then after a few seconds and when they walk around a little bit, they'll change into their slippers or no shoes if you have that setting. The next mod, I forgot this was even a mod until I looked at my list of mods. Like for the longest time, I just thought this was a part of the game. So if I'm wrong and it's actually in the game, please let me know. But I have it in my mods folder, so I assume it's a mod. So we're going to lock for everyone. That's obviously in the game. But then the mod that I have, you can unlock for a specific sim. So let's just unlock for this sim. And now they can go into the house. Yeah. But he cannot. Yeah, see, he cannot. So usually this is relevant when your Sims are staying in the Discover University world, whether that's in the dorm housing or just the regular student housing or any situation where you use the roommate system. I don't want random Sims coming into my Sim's room and using her computer or crying in her bed or doing push-ups on her floor. I only want my Sim and her roommate that she shares the dorm room with to be in that room. So I use that mod for that purpose. I find that it's really useful for complicated situations where you can't just say everyone but the household or everyone but this sim, where you need a little bit more detail to your door locking system. The next mod is the Wear More Costumes mod. So I've just made a random holiday and I'm going to show you how many more costume options are available. Let's go to Wear Costume. And there are so few available in the actual game when you do like a spooky day celebration or any holiday with the wear costumes activity. So let's just look through this list. This is how many there are. So he's just going to dress up as a villain. And then I'll show you the woman's costumes, and then I'll show you a kid costume also. So here are her costume options. I really like the fairy ones, so I'm probably going to do one of those. Let's do Fairy of the Waters. Okay, cool. And these are the child costumes. I really like the pumpkin ones. I'll probably show you one of those. Yeah, let's do Sir Orange Pumpkin. I really like these kid costumes. Okay, so that is the Wear More Costumes mod. Next up is a mod that makes it a lot faster to write songs in the game. And I got this mod not because I don't have patience or whatever, but because when your sim starts writing a song, if they have to stop for whatever reason, the game makes them start over. So I got this mod, and let's see how long it takes her to write a song. It's gonna be around 6:20 a.m. when she starts. Go, go, go. And there are also versions of this mod to write books faster too. And it is I was on fast speed, but it was 7:20 a.m. when she finished. So it took an hour. I'm just cheating his skill up to level 10 for cooking for the next mod that I want to show. And that is the More Healthy Food mod. So if you have the Health Food Nut lifestyle, in the game, there really aren't that many recipes that your sim can make, and I would just get bored of them when I played with that lifestyle, especially if your sim is also vegetarian. There were just so few options that they could make with this menu item, and I felt like there were so many recipes in the game that should be on here that aren't. So here are all of the recipes that he can make. This is a lot more than what is in the game by default under the healthy meal category. The next mod adds better food quality to food at restaurants, bars, cafes, even festivals and food stalls. However, those are all separate mods. So for example, if you only want normal quality food at festivals, but you want excellent quality at restaurants, you could choose to download the restaurant one and not download the festival option. So she's going to order some food and it should be excellent quality. Yes, it is. So I really like this mod because sometimes I would take my Sims out to fancy restaurants or I want them to try food at a festival and I feel like it should be better quality than it is. So I really enjoy this small mod and you can choose which parts of it you download. The next two are a little bit hard to show. I don't have any Sims in this save file in University, but you can have shorter university degree requirements. So you can choose for your Sims to only require 4 credits or 6 credits. I think there's also 8 as an option, but you can choose which version of the mod you use. I usually do either 4 credits or 6 credits. I feel like that's a good amount of time, either 1 week or 2 weeks in university for me. The next one is for the romantic satisfaction that came in Love Struck to have no time decay. So my Sims, for example, a random Sim relationship that I had, they went maybe a day and a half without being romantic because they were really busy with work and their baby and stuff like that. And their romance bar dropped like 30 points. It went from 100 to 69. Like, that is just, that's crazy. In like a day and a half. So I wanted a mod that would just slow it down a lot, but I tried one and it seemed like it was the same speed as the game's default, so it didn't really work for me. So instead I just got a mod that removes the time decay. Now, with that mod, my Sims will only lose romantic satisfaction if they do things that the other Sim doesn't like. Ideally, I would want a mod that just makes it a lot slower for how the time decay works, but I haven't found a good one for that. So I just got rid of the time decay completely. Another small mod that I love is Twisted Mexi's, I think it's the Smarter Pie Menu mod, but I can just search an interaction here. So let's see. Maybe I want to just discuss interests. So now that comes up right here. And it's also useful because maybe I don't remember the full phrase of the conversation interaction I want to search for. So you can just type like half of it. Like here, I just wrote discuss so we can see other options too. That mod is a lifesaver. I can't do without it anymore. I need that mod in my game. The next mod is the fridge inventory tweak mod. And that basically rearranges the pie menu for the refrigerator. And I wanted this because I wanted the open option to be on the first page of the pie menu. I think it also changes some other things, but I'll just give you a quick look at my fridge pie menu. I like this one because it brings the open fridge interaction to the front page. The next mod is for Sims to always change into a towel after they take a shower. And I just think it's a lot more realistic because I'll make my Sims shower and then I'll have them put lotion on, which is another mod. It's the preteen mod. And then I'll have them go to their dresser in their room to change into their night clothes or something, because I hated that they always changed into their everyday after a shower, especially if you play with laundry, then it's just extra laundry piling up when I could have them just be in a towel and then change into their sleepwear before bed instead of them putting their everyday on and then changing into their sleepwear again. It just takes up a lot of space in the laundry hamper, and it just feels like it adds a bit of realism for them to change into their towel. The next mod is maybe a little bit hard to tell in this house because I think it's mostly noticeable when you have a house with multiple floors, but if you play with Bust the Dust and your Sims are going between different floors, they always have to stop and sniff the air. I hate that so much. Not because I hate the interaction, the animation itself. It's because they do it every single time and it slows them down. So I need that mod to stop them from sniffing the air all the time. And then last but not least is a mod that changes the science baby interaction. So I didn't like that you basically got an instant baby with the science baby interaction. I wanted to have the choice of instant baby or pregnancy because it felt more realistic to me that you would go to a procedure like that and then you're pregnant instead of a baby just appearing out of thin air. So here they just decided to have a science baby. Now she's going to go to the hospital. And at first, the interaction looks like it actually is in the game. It says, "Are you ready to add a newborn to your household?" So this part hasn't changed. But then the second option is question for science. Would you like to have a pregnancy if possible or to have an instant baby? So this is what the mod does. You can choose. And I'm going to choose pregnancy. And now she's taking some time at the hospital. And now she is pregnant. Oh, this is from a different mod. It gives your Sims preferences about whether you want to have a baby or not. I didn't check her preference before I gave her this science baby. So sorry about that. That's all of the small mods that I was going to show you today. I hope you found some that were useful. And if you have any small mods that you really love, feel free to let me know in the comments. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe so you can see when I post more videos. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!